Hello. I don't make YouTube videos very often, and this is kind of a video that I want to make for YouTube just because I need to upload something. But I'm not just making stuff just to upload it. I'm a little inspired though. I did see that somebody I knew in high school is now really up there and making videos and making stuff that's seen, and that's very cool. And I'm not saying I want the fame. The fame is scary. But I do feel like oh, I need to make stuff, I need to do stuff and make stuff that's tangible and that people can really see and feel and touch and show to other people. And so I'm here. My problem though is that I was like, dang, I don't got a topic to talk about. I need to think about something that I can actually really talk about. Especially since I have the brain can't focus disease. It's not a disease. I'm just being rude to myself. The attention deficity horseshity or deer. I swear it doesn't affect your speech like that. Attention hyper whatever, the ADHDs. I don't like prefacing myself with that because it's like, oh, you're gonna use that as an excuse for anything. But I'm gonna burn an incense match. I've been really into these things. They're matches made of incense. I'm already getting distracted because of the horseshit disease. But I was like, what could I really talk about that... Oh, come on. Fuck. Well, where did that go? What could I really talk about that is something that I care about and that I'm knowledgeable on? And I was like, I know. I'm really knowledgeable on struggling. I'm very good at struggling, as you can see. Struggling especially, though, with the modern world. Struggling especially with having to be in a fast-paced world where everything is too fast. Too fast and too full of stuff right in your face. And I wanted to talk mostly about brain rot. So people have been throwing around the word brain rot a lot lately. And what is brain rot? If you don't know what it is, then oh lord, good for you. Brain rot is kind of just like, if I could explain it, just nutritionless for your brain input. And I think of input as like you're scrolling on your feed. Look, I wonder if you can see. Yeah, holy shit. My muscle here is bigger than this one because I've scrolled. I also have a bigger vein here because I was a server for a long time. But anyway, we are always coming across some slop. And when I say slop, I mean some videos, pictures, random bullshit you don't really need in your life. And so it's just kind of like omnipresent. You go on to your phone the moment you wake up before you even got the crusties in your eyes out. And it's just absolutely a barrage of the senses, and we actually always are searching for that dopamine. And the phone is like, I hate to be like, the phone is the reason why kids are dumb or whatever, because like I remember years ago people were like, Oh my god, you're just being over dramatic or whatever, but phone do be evil. Okay. I have like learned through experience. I'm like, phone do be evil. Even like, especially older folks nowadays are actually kind of the worst when it comes to phone be evil. Which is really funny because they're the ones who originally told you. I'm like, they're like, don't give your name out to people online. Don't believe everything they say on the internet. And now people are believing like Trump, like AI videos. Good lord. Scary world. Brain rot is everywhere, folks. Even like in TV and stuff, you can't avoid it anymore. Like, there's ads everywhere, especially in like YouTube and whatnot. All the like 3 social media apps that anybody uses ever, it's always there. I need to draw something. This is funny because now I have the topic for the video set out, but now I don't know what to draw. So I might just like draw some random stuff. I don't know. Maybe something relevant to the video. Ooh. But it's everywhere, and our attention spans have suffered. I know this because me happened to me. Me experienced this. Me experienced brain bad. So where was I going? I had notes written down. They're right in front of me too. The reason why this topic is on my mind kind of is because my friend was inspired by me to make a zine, and I have made a lot of zines. I have made so many zines, in fact, and it was very awesome to know she was very inspired by me to make something. That always like is the best feeling, and that's like something I strive for, even for like people to feel inspired to do something, especially by my genius, brilliant, huge, gigantonormous brain or whatever. But it's a very lovely zine. It's a very beautiful perzine. I was just so moved when I was reading it, and just how like I was blown away by the absolute artistry in it, and how it was just so like, get off your butt and make something, and like so inspired and motivated, just all those beautiful things, and so like personal to her experience, and how like I can see her in her work there. That's the biggest thing. And that's like something that we need in our world. We need to make things ours, and we need to make our things. And I think people kind of write off creativity as something that, oh, only the elite few starving artists can actually be creative or like make creative work. You know, the layman can't do art. The layman can't make a zine. But the reality is that everybody can, you know. Everybody is capable of being creative. Everybody can do something creative. And everybody can regenerate their brain that has been lost because of rot. And I think that's a very like huge point, is that like you don't gotta be like freaking Picasso or whatever to like be able to do something that isn't sit and watch TV and scroll phone all day. And like, it's sad. Like, I saw a video recently that was like, our generation, the Gen Zers, don't have a real culture or hobby or whatever. Their biggest hobby is brain rot. And I'm like brain, not just brain rot, but like bed rot. Ooh, Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, owie. Bed rot no good. Bed rot real bad. Bed rot, owie. It's like sad and scary. We don't got like places to go. We don't got people to see. And I'm not saying this is like, oh, this is totally true. Like, there's people have no friends or places to go. That's not like a bar or like a place you have to pay for. There's like things that I'm not thinking of conveniently off the top of my head that people do. We consume, we overconsume things. Don't think we have no hobbies. No, but like, I think like we just gotta do stuff that is personal. I also saw another video by a girl who was like doing stuff. It was like a video with like no views, almost like not no views, not to like diss on Queen, but it was like a smaller video, you know. She was talking about how like you gotta personalize everything or else you own nothing. No, she doesn't saying that, but she was like talking about how like she likes to personalize stuff and make stuff hers because like it's just so like creative and beautiful, and I thought it was awesome. She was like burning CDs and like putting shit on backpacks and whatnot, all the cool stuff that you can do. I thought this beautiful, and she's like a young woman too. I think like couldn't be older than teenager or 20s. And you know, there's just little ways to do things to combat brain rot. I should probably list some ideas so that you're like, okay, well, I didn't, you know, if you didn't get anything from this video, then that sucked. If you clicked away, then that sucked. But, you know, I understand. You don't need to listen to a stick in the mud all day talk about how your brain is mush. And even if it's true, it's a bummer. It's a bummer to hear. But one thing I do is find ways to not use my phone in public. Now, at home, only God can judge you, but in public, people are watching. So, what I mean is that I do things like, I put a little tiny notebook in my pocket in my jackets or my purse, and then I take that with me so that I have that to play hangman with people, or to doodle when I'm struck by inspiration and I'm sitting at like the boba shop or whatever with my boyfriend or something and we're just drawing dumb little things. I also got a very beautiful Munitasker, which was a little keychain that plays Tetris. It literally almost only plays Tetris, and what I mean by that is it plays other games too. They are very dinky little games. They are like nothing. They're like really simple games like chess or a little submarine game, but mostly the highlight is playing Tetris, and it's not advanced Tetris either. This is like original Tetris, like OG Tetris where you can't even hide your blocks away. Like, you know how you can like stash a block away. Nobody really cares about the logistics of Tetris at the moment. So like things like that I keep in my purse and my jacket so that I can have something else to do. But what's even better is I really like to sit still. I like to sit still and look at things. So especially I think of this when I'm in a place where I don't always go, like a restaurant, or any place where I'm waiting, right? Like especially a restaurant when you're waiting for your seat. It's really easy to get your phone out. I will instead look and smell and touch, and I'm waiting to taste, honestly. So basically anything else I can do. I can listen to what's going on. I can eavesdrop and people watch. I like to fulfill my senses while I'm in a new place so that I am really appreciating and living in the moment. The one thing I really gained from DBT, which is dialectal question mark behavioral therapy, the one thing I gained from doing group DBT during COVID times, zonked out of my mind on Prozac and Zyprexa, in a Zoom call where everybody was in their pajamas and half-assing it all and not doing the homework. Me too. I didn't do it. The one thing I really got was mindfulness. And that's the concept of being very aware of your actions and thoughts and like the processes that are going on in your mind, and just witnessing it and bearing witness. What I mean by that is like not passing judgment, by not going like, ugh, that's a yucky thought or whatever, just being like, that's a thought, period. That sure is a thought. It's like the, I think the best modern day example of mindfulness is Steven Universe. Don't come for me. Steven Universe is good. Steven Universe, Here Comes a Thought. That's a very great song about mindfulness and calming down and recognizing thoughts. Very excellent. But I will also just practice mindfulness, like in a public place, by being aware of myself, being aware of my environment, and like living in it. Because like, what's the point of going out to a place outside of your home finally just to be on your damn phone? You know, we're always on that damn phone, especially at home where nothing can stop you. So I kind of think, damn, it's not like a judgmental thing where I look around me and I see every stranger on their phones, but it is like a noticeable thing, if that makes sense. I notice strangers on their phones in public. And it's like at the bus stop, in a restaurant waiting for your seat, at the like freaking pretzel stand, people be on their phone. And so I try very hard to like not be on my phone. I do my best because, God, I can't like afford to lose my brain, and I can't afford to lose joy and whimsy in life. Joy and whimsy are so very important, and it can be very easily lost by just being on that damn phone and hurting your own brain. There's so many bad things to look at on the internet. God, are there? There are. Sometimes you just gotta like preserve yourself, because being on that damn phone hurt. It gives you psychic damage to see the bad news, because the bad news is always everywhere. You can't avoid the bad news. Like, you go on social media app 1 out of 3 to look at funny image. You find discourse, you find funny image, you find ad, you find ad, you find ad, you find bad news. You find memes about bad news. And now all of a sudden you can't get away from it. And, you know, I think of especially of this example where I was at work and a coworker comes up to me and goes like, "Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so upset." And I'm like, "Girl, why?" And it wasn't even the job that was upsetting her. What happened was that she saw a video on her phone that was upsetting. It was like some sort of political bullshittery about some shit happening that's not good. And she was like upset about it. And I'm like, "Oh, girl, woman, if you just wasn't scrolling, then you wouldn't be upset." But that's not exactly what I said or meant. What I meant was more like, in my mind, I'm just thinking, God, if she didn't have to stumble upon that video, she would not be this riled up over injustice, you know? And that's the thing. Brain rotting and constant stimulus relies on your reaction or your looking at it. There's like weird videos of like gross slime or like people picking skin out of their face or whatever because they want you to look at it and pay attention to it and give it its view, which gives it money and attention, and those things are not worth your time or energy, girlfriend. I had like somebody at my work, sweet lady, come up to me and go like, "Yeah, Facebook is showing me like this video, like watch what happens next in the next video, but then it doesn't show me the next video." And I'm like, sometimes these things literally don't have a next video. They just want you to click on their page. And that's terrible. So that's the one reason to stay off that damn phone. But I was getting distracted again. The ADHD is a hell of a bitch. Anyway, what was I saying? God damn it. I am starting to call it mad squirrel disease because it's not like a mad cow disease where it eats your brain. It's mad squirrel disease where you have to live with it, and every time you see a squirrel, you lose your thought. I love squirrels. God damn it, it's happening. My attention span has been rotted. But yeah, in a restaurant or in a public place, I try to take in where I am and appreciate the fact that I'm not at home, and appreciate the fact that this place is giving me experiences and inspiration that I don't get usually. It's enrichment, okay? If you're gonna be at the park and you're gonna be on that damn phone, like I do, I go to the park and I be on that damn phone, then you're missing out. You're missing out on the life in front of you. I think it's so important. I think another way that I combat the brain rots is that I like to use monotaskers. God damn it, that just reminded me I was going to record this whole thing on a little tape recorder from my friend, since we're sending tapes back and forth. So let me just turn on this guy and record. Hello, I'm back again on another YouTube video. I'm trying to figure out where to put this thing where I can record my voice. I already started the video, so this is me remembering that I have to turn the tape recorder on, but I remembered. Monotaskers or unitaskers are amazing. They're fun. They require focus. They require your attention. They require care. One thing that I really love is typewriters. You don't need 3 typewriters, I will tell you right off the bat. You don't need 3 typewriters. Do not get 3 typewriters. I have 3 typewriters. They have different typefaces, which you would think of as a font. It's a different thing. You can Google it. I know I told you to be off that damn phone, but it's okay, you can Google it. I love typewriters because I can sit and focus on writing. It's a beautiful thing. Writing letters to friends, because I like to send out physical letters. Writing for projects like my zines. It's a beautiful thing. I really also like the tape, like cassette tapes, because they do one thing as well. They do one thing, and they are so tangible and physical. Physical media is a beautiful, beautiful thing to have. I love it. What else do I like? Does one thing really well. I mentioned my little Tetris machine earlier. It plays Tetris. That way I can play games without being on my phone. Simple. Like I was doing earlier, and I might do that again, the incense matches. This one's musk scented, by the way. Very beautiful. It smells like a gorgeous old lady. This is like a meditation for me almost, where it makes me slow down. Hell yeah. Got it on the oh god damn it. Got it on the first try without flinging it across the desk. It's like a meditation almost, where I like to, before bed, light one of these and watch the smoke before I go to bed. Somebody at work was telling me it's a really good thing to read before bed, or just do anything that's not the damn phone before bed. She's right. Listen to your elders, folks. They got some shit to say that is correct sometimes. But she was telling me that, and I was like, yeah, I've like heard that before. And then what do? I use my phone right up until bedtime. Like an idiot. It's okay if you do as well. We are all idiots in this little tin of canned sardines that we call life. Poetry. Unitaskers are so important though. Writing down notes is very handy to do in person. I think writing is really good for you. Writing, even if it's just a grocery list, is really, really good for you. And I'll tell you why. When you write things down, you tend to remember them. Even if you're not looking at them, they stick in your brain more when you make them tangible. And I've remembered I once read something about how to manifest, like the easiest way to manifest. Now, if you don't know what manifestation is, some may call it bullshit, but it's the concept of bringing a wish into fruition, of bringing forth something that you want by wishing it into the world, basically. Like, I wish I had a blah blah, except instead of saying you wish, because saying I wish means that it's not going to happen, saying you wish means that it might not happen, you treat a manifestation like it is happening, right? Like, I will have this, and not even I will have this, I do have this. I've also had manifestation explained to me, like, you go to a restaurant and you don't worry about your dish coming to you. You don't check the kitchen every minute because you think it's not going to come. It comes to you because you wanted it and you ordered it. And it comes to you when it comes. And so the easiest way to manifest, I've been told by that damn phone, is to write it down. Writing it down is the first way to make it real. And I'll tell you why, because it exists in the world now. It doesn't exist in your head anymore. It exists outside of your head. And putting your thoughts outside of your head may not seem like it, but it is generative, it is creative. You're making something. You're thinking and you're using your thoughts, and you are actually like using your brain and thinking and like putting stuff on paper and making it exist in front of you. And that's creative. That's why journaling is creative. That's why writing fiction is creative. Lots of things are creative. But I definitely think even writing a grocery list is creative. We got apps for that nowadays. We got apps for everything. Do you have to let the machine do everything for you? That's a good question. There's a lot of things to worry about nowadays. There's a lot of things to have to remember nowadays, or have to do, like homework and work if you're a grown-ass adult like me. But the one thing that damn phone should not be able to take from you is creativity and joy. You can use it for those things. You can use that damn phone to like draw images or like stuff like that. But what I mean is like not the phone itself, more like the things that the phone does, like distract you. I think that, you know, there's things that we just can't let machines do. And you probably guessed it, I'm going to say AI slop is exactly what it is. It's slop. It's bullshit that you don't want or need. Why would you need it? To replace the things a human can do joyfully. I think there was this one video of a guy scribbling markers and paint and oil all over a canvas and going like, there's few things in this world that are fun anymore or that you can just do, such as create art. And they want to take that away from us, like AI. They want to take AI and take art away from people. They want us to, like, do hard work all day so that machines can make fun things. I also saw something that was like, if somebody didn't even bother to write it, who should even bother to read it? And that says everything to me, because I'm like, you're right. Why the fuck would anybody have to read something that nobody vetted or even like wrote themselves. Like, if you don't want to write it, then why should anybody read it? It goes both ways, people. I think everybody can do whatever they want always forever is like what I like to say. I like to say that because I was actually talking to a friend today about how not every artist will do what they want to do, and that's sad. Like, they just said that's sad conceptually, because, you know, everybody should really want to do what they want and make it happen. I think I said this because, like, they said, I wish I was a more powerful artist. And I was like, you are a powerful artist. You literally draw whatever you want. That's, like, the power that an artist holds. That's, like, the thing that artists do, in my mind. That is, like, why artists are powerful people. They can draw Donald Trump pregnant if they hate him enough. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing. I've seen it. Shout out to you, Jay. Or was it Elon who was pregnant? I don't remember. They were having a hateful baby with each other in that picture that was drawn. It was disgusting. Beautiful. Anyway, there's, again, few things that they let you do in this world anymore. Art and writing and anything that you like doing should be left to you and not machines. That damn phone can't always do it for you. Don't be going all like, I want to write fanfiction and therefore I have to generate it on ChatGPT. Write that shit yourself. What if it's bad? It's gonna be bad. Who cares? Do it. You gotta, like, enjoy something that's yours and not just stolen words or, like, a machine's approximation of humanity. And this isn't supposed to go on an anti-AI tangent or anything, but I hate that shit so damn much. I had to throw it in there. I just had to say it, because I'm like, that shit sucks. I'm like, you don't gotta be doing all that. You don't gotta put AI in anything. Don't do it. It's not handy. It's wrong. Even, like, somebody I know very close to me at first was like, okay, AI can be used in some applications, right? Like, obviously you can't, like, claim that everything AI writes is yours. And now this person is coming around going like, maybe, like, I'm having to, they're like, AI is, like, not it. They're like, AI is not making anything productive because it's hallucinating so damn much. It's a faker. It's a liar, dude. And they're just like, God, having to, like, deal with the AI hallucinations and clean up after them. They're like, this is not worth it anymore. And I'm like, it never was, but, you know, I understand wanting to embrace technology instead of, like, Ooga fire or whatever. But sometimes my gut tells me something isn't actually helpful, and that gut is right, and I call it my sacral response. S-A-C-R-A-L, sacral, and that response is often correct. You can Google it. There's a real concept of this. Or at least pseudoscience, whatever, spiritual bullshit that nobody cares about. In fact, my phone is actually on a very precarious situation right now, where it's dangling on some astrology books, held down by a giant mug. Could fall on me. I don't know. We do live in earthquake state. Like, not like we have earthquakes all the time. Yes, we kind of do. but more like if we had the big one, I'd be screwed. I'd be very screwed. Where was I? God, that fucking squirrel in my brain. I shall also explain more ways to be combating the brain rot. So be bored. I think my friend said something about this in their zine, which is funny because another zine artist on YouTube by the name of Bratty Bree, you've probably seen her if you're in the zine scene on the tubes or whatever, had mentioned boredom is so important. Like, instead of, I actually did this a couple times where instead of like listening to music on the way home from work, I will just like have silence and then see where that takes me. And you know what? It took me somewhere. While I was on the way home from work, bored one day because I didn't have my music on purpose, I was like, a song, actually, it's funny, a song came into my head, and that was a My Chemical Romance song, and I just thought about the scene where it's like, and what is it called? Well, if this is a coronation, I'm not gonna sing it, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. If this is a coronation, then I'm not feeling the love. And I just thought, oh my god, Starscream from Transformers, that's him. I love Transformers. Like, that's not a joke. I freaking love Transformers. I love it so god dang much. You couldn't pry me away from my love for Transformers. I love them. And so I thought about like that scene synced up to it, and I was like, oh, if only I was the kind of person who made AMVs. Well, I got good news for you, pal. You can do anything you want ever, always. And so, you know what I did? I made it. It was not a spectacular AMV, especially like, people are crazy nowadays. They are like editing machines. People can edit the hell out of a fucking AMV nowadays. They got AMV technologies I couldn't even dream of when I was like 13 and watching Zim and Dib romance or whatever, bad romance, Lady Gaga. I don't really... Okay, first of all, I was a kid and I did not really put together 2 and 2 that Zim is an adult and Dib is like a 10-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't like process in my brain. Math wasn't mathing in my head, but now I know. And so that's not like my squeeze anymore, you know? And even if I did, which I definitely haven't thought about an AU where like, not an AU, but like a future version of the franchise where Dib is older and doesn't give a fuck about Zim anymore or whatever. I have thought about this too much, and I'm not going to bore you with the details, okay? All you need to know is that, god damn it, I don't remember where I was going. Yes, okay, now I remember where I was going. AMVs. You can do whatever you want, always. I made an AMV because I felt like it, and it turned out. It existed, and that's like the most important thing ever, is that you make it exist. Doesn't have to be good. Doesn't have to be bad either, because if it exists, then you can see if it's bad or not. Perfect is an idea in your head, okay? Perfect is either an idea in your head or a success, because it happened. But usually perfect is an idea in your head that dies because it never existed to begin with. And so I'd rather make it happen than to make it perfect, because I would rather it happen than to never exist. And so I think I was watching a video, literally nothing I say is original. because I'm just like, oh, I got all these ideas from other things, from being on that damn phone. But that's okay. Nothing is actually creative. No, just kidding. I meant nothing is original, okay? Everything can be creative. Nothing is original, but there's this video going like a lot of hesitation that creatives face is actually from fear. We are afraid of messing up. We are afraid of things not going right. We are afraid that something will just, like, not be good. We're ruled by fear as creatures. Fire scary. Asking girl out scary. Deep philosophies of humanity and having to face and confront mortality and concepts like, what is the meaning of life? If life has no meaning, then what is it worth? Nihilism. Could you imagine hitting a caveman with like nihilism? They've probably existed thinking about that before, to be honest. I'm just saying, like, nihilism is like a big concept. Big concepts. God damn it, what was I saying? We're afraid. We're afraid of things, and we're afraid of things going wrong, but I think we shouldn't let that stop things from existing or happening. We should let things happen all the time, always. I think it's always like a good idea to let something exist. I think it's always a good idea to do it. Do the thing that you want to do. Like, it's easy to feel like there's no time to do anything, and so you just go on your phone instead. Don't do that if you can help it, okay? There's always time to do something. If you got an hour until something happens, that puts me in what I call the waiting mode, where I'm like, well, if I start it and I get carried away, then I have to leave, and then get interrupted, and then I'm not ready because, oh my god, what if something happens? Waiting mode. God, this marker is dry. And so I don't do it. Instead, I go on that damn phone for an hour. That's a long time. Do you know how long an hour is? You know how long it takes to do a practice sketch? A practice sketch can take 5 minutes. It can take a minute. It can take 30 seconds, actually. Have you ever seen people do figure drawing for like 30 seconds? It's a thing. You can do the math, because I'm not going to do it, but like, imagine how many of those you could do in an hour if you just friggin' did it instead of sitting on your phone for an hour. You know how much you can read in an hour? How much of a book you can read in an hour? You can read a lot of a book in an hour. And so just remember, there's always other options other than being on that phone. I think keeping your phone away from you is a really good tip too. In my friend's Perzine, which is personal zine if you don't know, she like mentioned a beautiful concept that I might have to adopt called phone jail. Phone jail is not a concept. Phone jail is a real thing. Phone jail is an actual box that phone go in when phone bad, which is always. Phone always bad for brain, so sometimes phone go in there and phone in jail. I love it. I need to do it myself. I just adore the fact that it's like got a lock on it so that it takes an extra step to like open and stuff. It's a beautiful concept, or real thing actually. Like, it's a really great idea. I love it. I need to adopt myself a phone jail. And I actually have a box that could work, but it's got my makeup in it, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get another one of those. I don't know. But that's like one thing you can do. Keep your phone away from yourself. If you are a chronic, like, before bed phone user like me, you can like charge your phone across the way. Like, keep your charger away from you. That's a great idea that I don't do, but could do. What else? What do I do to stay off that damn phone and to be generative? I do take time to write letters to friends. And you might think, why would you do that? Especially when your friends live nearby. Well, fuck, man. Don't people want something else in their mailbox other than friggin' bills and ads and coupons for restaurants you'll never go to? Like, don't they want to see a letter from their freaking friend, dude? Is that so wrong? Jesus, like, why don't you just do it? Just because it's fun. Instead of spending money on that Temu, why don't you spend $20 on, like, 2 things of fun stamps? And, like, send a letter. Fuck, dude, you can even fold an envelope from paper if you want, if you don't want to buy envelopes. Everything in this world can be done. Something about writing letters is so meditative and so personal and shows a lot of care for the people around you that you decided to like slow down your busy day and like think about them. Think about people you value. It's like, dang, bro, I care about my friends and I want them to know that. So I write them letters and it shows them that I care and that I think of them. I was just writing this in a letter to a friend, actually, how it's like, fuck, dude, it's really easy to really feel like if you have like a lot of like IRL friends or like friends in real life especially, it feels really easy to like go about your day and forget to visit them if you are an introvert like me. If you are not, then you're probably fine. But for me, I'm an introvert, so I'd be forgetting to see friends. I'd be forgetting friends exist sometimes because if it's not in front of me, I don't remember it. And that's not a diss on people. That's literally just my brain cannot remember always. My brain can hardly remember a thing, let alone 2. So I'm just like, okay, I can just go in my address book that I have and go, oh, a friend that I haven't written to or spoken to in a while. I should send them a letter, especially in tandem with a quick, hey, how are you doing message, because getting a letter is nice and it's wonderful, but it takes like at least a day or 3 days or a week to get there, or more if it gets stuck in the frickin' system, you know, that happens. So I do that. It helps me not only unclog my brain a little bit to like write and be generative that way, but also it's meditative and shows people that I care for them in a way that is thoughtful. And that's not me stroking my own dick or whatever about it, going like, oh, I'm such a good person for writing letters and spending money on postage or whatever. Goddamn, postage is getting more expensive. Oh god. That's not me stroking my dick about that. It's more like it's just something that helps me count my gratitude, if that makes sense. Like, I have something to be grateful for, and it's nice to be grateful for things, especially in a world where there's a lot of bad stuff going on, and it's hard to want to keep going. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not struggling right now, but like, I'm just watching the world burn while I'm drinking my tea, or it's been hot, so I've been drinking ice water. It's watching the world burn while all that shit happens, and just existing. Like, gee. But it's possible to just exist and do things. I think I was reading a zine that I got on how to beat fascism. What do you do about it? And one of the things was to be creative, make stuff, do stuff. And I think that is excellent to not only beat fascism, but also combat brain rot. A really excellent combo move there that you can do that I think everybody could glean from. I don't know. Like, what else do I talk about here? I think it's just good to let yourself be bored and to the point where you think and you have ideas and thoughts. It's like that picture of Jinx the cat going like, I love my brain and always thinking and having thoughts. It's so true, Jinx. It sounds like this tape is like at its end. Yup. Beautiful. You can always kind of tell when a tape is almost done recording. I don't know. I should probably talk about the picture I'm drawing. So this is my persona, or kind of muse, tulips and their facets. They have different personalities that make up them and who they are. The facets are like different aspects of their personality. So this is tulips. Tuya. Where am I gonna put this? Metro. And let's see, let's make this one big, like their personality. Tui. So I should probably talk about tulips a little bit. Tulips is mostly a muse for not safe for work goodies, things like perversions and pornographies and things that they don't want you knowing about. I love it. I think actually, you know, they're holding an issue of Perverts Weekly here. Beautiful publication. Amazing zine. I can't show it to you on YouTube, but I write it, which is why it's good. And I enjoy it because I made it, and it's so good that there are about to be 7 issues of Perverts Weekly. It's a really good zine that I made. I was focusing on the writing, so that's why I wasn't talking. I feel like I have to constantly be talking on these things, otherwise it's like boring. Have to dance like a little like jester for the camera and the ears while people eat breakfast and watch their video to the side on that damn phone. Perverts Weekly is kind of my beautiful thing that I do. I think anybody can make a zine. I think anybody can draw. I think anybody can write. I think anybody can make whatever they want, always, forever, at the end of the time. And Perverts Weekly is just an example of that, because, like, I just literally decided to make it because I wanted it to exist. It was based on a drawing I did of like a fictional Perverts Weekly, where it was like a fake magazine. And I was like, eventually, like a couple years later, I was like, I want to make this real. So I did it. I want to draw this to a close soon. So I probably will just wrap this drawing up, because I don't want to blue ball ya with like, how did it end up, or whatever, because I want it to be finished. But I think I should just let my brain be quiet for a little bit. To be honest, I've been trying to come up with stuff to say this whole time, and it's like, brain a little tired. Brain a little tired. Brain do be realizing it is 2 a.m. almost. Maybe more than brain tired. Maybe more than brain tired right now for a reason. Maybe need to finish Image before Hearbirds. Before Hearbirds at AM hours. Doing little comic splashes here and there. You can see my Mr. Sketch markers are so tightly put together here. Good God, they're very compact, and I did that. There are doubles of markers in here, which I don't always, which actually I never did before, but I decided to do that to fill up some space. Thought that would be a good idea. I want to do like Kirby dots here And then just like a grid here. Perhaps. What color should I do? The Kirby dots I do want to be like blue. Do I want them to be blue? Yes. Let's grab a... Ooh, I haven't used this one in a while. This is a genuine bona fide Mr. Sketch ice cream marker, which are very rare. So rare, in fact, I cannot freaking find any on the internet anymore for sale. I really, if you know where to get the ice cream markers, like this bubblegum one is my favorite. It's basically out, and it's my last one. If you know where to get those, hook me up now. Some reason they put blue cheese in the ice cream. Do not ask me why. That's not ice cream. That so is not ice cream. Why did they do that? Don't know. Oh, this marker is getting dry because it's like one of the last of its kind, bro. I need to like store it upside down now. Oh god. It makes me so sad. Well, I should also talk about ephemeral things, which is things that don't last forever. It's really sad when something doesn't last forever. But is there anything that's supposed to last forever? Can't we just enjoy things knowing that they're gonna go away someday? Should we enjoy things when we know they're going to go away? I think yes. I think things don't last forever, and we are afraid of running out. We are afraid of never seeing it again. But, you know, nothing can stick around for that long. And the memory that you have of enjoying it is what really matters. And if it goes away, if you don't remember anymore, you know, you don't have to hold on to the memory either. Sometimes it's okay to just not remember and just have experienced it. This is a lot of dots. I'm gonna hold on, one more big dot. Okay, and now I have to keep this marker upside down. I swear I have like more of these, but I want to get the juice out if I can. A grid. What color should the grid be? Green. I want a green grid. Ugh. Oh, that's the neon one. I don't want that one. I want the minty one. I love Mr. Sketch markers. I love using them. They're amazing. I can't speak enough good words about Mr. Sketch markers, to be honest. I am very comfortable with using them. I actually felt like for a while I wasn't like having my mojo with Mr. Sketch markers. And so it felt very like hard to use them again, but now I'm just like coming back to them like an old friend and going like, well, I know you. You may not feel the same in my hand, but I know you. I should fill this space with something.